one of the biggest shocks on the volleyball court is the passion. We don't yell at like we yell at the refs like sometimes at home, but it has to get like really bad for like, but here it is like one bad call and everyone is like ready to fight. Oh my gosh, I did not know what to do because everyone was yelling at each other and screaming. There was a point that the linesman made the wrong call, and I think our libero Yelena was gonna bite her head off because she was up in her face yelling. I don't know if it's maybe Europe, but the Balkan
no, it's not Europe. No, it's not Europe. It's Slavic people.
Very
it's
passionate. They are.
Duška knows the Balkan people. We have art of cursing.
Yeah,
That's So girls, you made a lot of people happy last Saturday in Karlovac. Today in the podcast with us, Sarah McGee. You're from?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm 24 and I'm a middle.
Middle, for those of you that don't follow volleyball, that means like game position, middle.
Yeah.
Na hrvatskom to je srednjak. In the back we have Duška. Bog Duška.
Pozdrav, ja sam Duška, dolazim iz Bosne, iz Dervente, 24 godine i ovdje sam došla da igram na poziciji korektora.
Korektor. Za ove ljudi koji ne znaju što je korektor, da onaj što udara obično. And from USA, Kennedy.
Yes, I'm Kennedy. I'm from Dallas in the USA, from Texas, and I'm an outside hitter. I joined Celtics in January.
Okay, so we have Canada, we have Bosnia, we have USA. I'm actually a little bit nervous because my English is not so good, but I will do my best. Sorry about my English. How is it to live in Karlovac? You make both of you made such a big step. You change continents for volleyball, and that's a big respect from me. Can you say something about that, Sarah?
Yeah, I always knew. I lived in my hometown my whole life, and I went and played volleyball for the school in my hometown, and it was a big city, bigger than Karlovac, I think 1 million people.
That's like Zagreb. That's our main city is 1 million plus people.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's been a change, but it's been a good change. Learned a lot. I like the slow pace of Karlovac. Like walking everywhere is nice. Going for coffee all the time. Like it's been very peaceful for the times outside of volleyball.
So a lot of coffees.
So many coffees.
Did it had any impact on your sleep?
Yes. I thought because I wasn't gonna have a coffee machine when I moved here, so I stopped drinking coffee for like a month before I moved here.
Okay.
And then I came here, and now I have to have a coffee every morning.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's great. And you, Kennedy?
Yeah, I went away from home for college, and so I was kind of used to living on my own, but definitely not this far away on my own. And so it was something that I talked to my college coaches about, like wanting to play pro after I wrapped up. And so when I finished in December, I got the opportunity to come here, and I was like, this will be a fun adventure. And I had been to Bile for a tournament 2 years ago with my conference from college, and so I was kind of familiar with Croatia, like a little bit, and so I was like, this should be fun, and I really enjoyed it so far. It's been nice to kind of get back in touch with my hobbies because I'm not in school and focused on classwork all the time.
So you are also from a big city. The Dallas is. How many people live in Dallas?
Several million. I mean, a couple million, I think, are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I don't know exactly the number, but it definitely is huge. So it was an adjustment, but I enjoyed it, and it reminds me a lot more of where I went to school at Fort Collins in Colorado, where the smaller like downtown is pretty walkable, and that part was nice.
What do you miss the most?
I probably, and this was my answer in college too, I miss my dogs. Like I could talk on the phone to my parents, so that part is fine, but I do miss being able to like touch my pets and pet my dogs and love on them and have them near me. But and then I miss kind of all of my friends from college, and we've kind of all moved on and graduated, so it's kind of crazy that we're all spread out throughout the US now, and now me being abroad. So that part has been a bit of an adjustment.
I can imagine from such a big city to Karlovac. Karlovac is like really peaceful. It's a complete opposite. I can, especially for people as young as you. You probably would like a little bit. I don't know how to express myself. More like not nightlife, probably.
I mean, it is nice though. I appreciate that I do get to kind of take it a little slower, and I don't mind that there isn't as much nightlife. I had my stretch during college when I really enjoyed going out to bars and everything, but I've kind of come to a point where I'm like, okay, if I want to go get a drink and just sit at a cafe bar, like that's fun too, and I've learned to enjoy that a lot, so that has been fun.
Oh, I totally understand that. And Duška,
Dobro,
pa ti iz Bosne si stigla. To je Derventa, ali tako? Derventa.
Mislim da meni nije baš velika promjena u odnosu na njih, meni je što bi se reklo blizu.
Da.
Ja sam tu u blizini, tako da nije velika promjena. Karlovac mi je okej totalno za život, što bi se reklo. Lijep mi je gradić, sve mi je super, tako da super su ljudi, okruženja, igračice, trener, sve okej, tako da.
Da, znači nema neke velike razlike Derventa i
Pa to je u suštini isto i Derventa isto onako.
A mentalitet?
Malo manji gradić, isto onako malo mirniji, tako da.
A mentalitet? Smo drugačiji.
Pa ne, to mene to sve isto.
Jel da? Da, slažem se, da.
Mislim da je to sve.
Je, kužim, da, mi Balkanci smo svi slični, to je istina. What about the game? What about the sport, the volleyball? What is the biggest difference?
When I first got here, I think one of the biggest differences for me was like how loud we are at home. Like we definitely talk a lot more on the court when we play at home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I got here, I was definitely a lot more shy to like talk on the court, because not as many, like we just talk about like everything. When somebody's hitting, you're talking about how many blocks they have, what shot they have, calling in and out every serve. Like there isn't a second that you aren't really talking. So coming here, it's definitely a lot more like short and sweet, concise talk. So that was just one of the biggest changes of coming here.
Yeah, actually, I totally get what you are saying. Sometimes my daughters are also they are practicing volleyball, and sometimes we talk with the coaches, with the parents, amongst each other. That is the part that is missing. That should be maybe
like adopted.
Yes, that it should maybe put some accent on that part, because the coach, when the coach Zec was here, he said something that really I didn't realize before, that the volleyball is most collective sport that he knows. He said that for one point, three person had to play very well. The libero, I don't know how what is the English, the receiver, receiver, and then the technician, and the corrector, and that talking part is what makes you more connected. Yeah, so that is the biggest difference. Do you agree, Kennedy?
Yeah, it is interesting, and there are times whenever I was home where I would look at it and be like, there's a lot of talk and some of it is necessary and some of it isn't. Like, I appreciate that there is more intentionality with the talk here, and that, you know, every time you do speak it really is for a reason, and that part carries a little more weight. But it was a little odd going from constant talk where you're told, like, hey, doesn't matter if you're touching the ball or not, you always can contribute something with your voice. That definitely was an interesting transition.
Duška, a kak je tebi bilo, ti si bila i u Finskoj i mislim ti razumjela si sve što su oni rekli. Da ono čak, mi malo čak Karlovčani koji pratimo odbojku, onak pa kad gledamo druge te susrete, isto onak dolazimo kao da smo malo hladni, nekak hladni na to. Ne znam je li u Bosni, kad se tiče odbojke, Bosna, Finska i to, koje je tvoje mišljenje u vezi toga?
Mislim da baš na ovo...
A ovo navijanje i priče puno u tekmi to. Jesi ti osjetila tu razliku?
Iskreno mislim da to sve baš zavisi od tog nekog, recimo, možda mentaliteta i tih svih stvari. Svaki trener ima neki svoj način na koji on voli da radi. Neki trener traži da se malo više priča, neko to ne praktikuje i mislim da, ja sam radila i sa trenerima koji praktikuju i koji ne praktikuju. U suštini ja sam bila gore u Finskoj prošlu sezonu i da, imala sam isto sa igračice koje su bile iz Amerike. I da, one su isto baš bile po tom pitanju da voli da pričaju baš dosta u terenu, međutim ja mislim da mi dole na Balkanu malo manje praktikujemo tu neku priču. Da mi smo više usmjereni na te neke uigravanje tih nekih akcija i tih nekih stvari, nego na priču. Tako da, ne znam, iskreno moje mišljenje, ako znamo koju akciju igramo, da i ako smo igrani dovoljno što se tiče odbojke i tih svih stvari, mislim da nema potrebe za tom nekom tolikom pričom, ali to kažem, to sve zavisi od mentaliteta kako je ko navikao. Jer ja, na primjer, počela sam recimo u Derventi, onda sam otišla za jedinstvo Brčko i dosta sam, 7 godina sam bila tamo i to je bio recimo, mislim nije recimo, već bio u to vrijeme najbolji odbojkaški kolektiv u Bosni. I stvarno smo imali rezultat i bilo je jako dobro i isto tako nismo praktikovali baš nešto pretjerano pričanje u terenu. Međutim, kad sam otišla u Finsku, već se to malo onako, kako da kažem, mentalitet se malo već promijenio i da kažem, tražili su već više priče, tako da mislim da sve zavisi od...
A u Bosni su isto tražili više priče?
Ne, u Bosni je bilo onako, otprilike isto kao i ovdje. U suštini mislim da fokusiramo se više na igru, tako da ne znam koliko je ta priča toliko bitna, ali bitna je, naravno da je bitna, ne kažem da nije, ali opet sve zavisi kako je ko navikao i kako ko...
Meni je palo na pamet baš kad je trener rekao ovo da je to najkolektivniji sport koji postoji. Pa kad je rekao da ta povezanost, da 3 igrača, mora biti dobar prijem, mora biti dobro dizanje od stranih tehničara i onda kao udarač, korektor već ko puca, mora odraditi dobro. Rekao, možda zato je toliko, jer mislim da je to bodrenje najveće u odbojci.
Da, definitivno, to da.
Sorry that we use Croatian.
No, it's okay. No. Never apologize at all. No, we're in your country.
It's when I speak English, I have to try so much. So
it's all good.
I understand everything, but with speaking, it's a little bit harder. We are going to. Actually, I'm gonna say this on Croatian. Ljudi, malo ćemo se propeljati. Ko nije bio na Japetiću s autom, može vidjeti sada put za Japetić. Evo, odvešćemo cure, pošto su tu su nam u gostima, i nisu nikad bile na Japetiću, gore je krasan pogled i može se doći na vrh Japetića s autom. Tako da ćemo, evo, pratite put, mada mi kamera mi se izokrenula, evo sad ćemo ju vratiti natrag. Pratite put, tako da, samo da vidimo da li kamera radi, opće radi, dobro je. I just said that we are going to Japetić, so that the people that had never, Croatians that have never gone with a car on the top can follow the trip. Follow the trip. You said I'm curious about Canada. So Canada is bilingual country. You have official language is English and French.
Yeah.
So you said you don't speak French.
No, I took it for 6 years, but it's hard. Like some people, you can take French immersion, which means like in like elementary school and junior high and high school, you learn your classes in both French and English.
Okay.
So you practice it at school. Nobody in my family speaks French.
Okay.
So it was hard to learn it in school because I never practice it at home. So it was like kind of basic vocabulary, but I wouldn't say I speak it. But I think, yeah, like 30% of Canada speaks French, but mainly the province of Quebec is like the French-speaking province. And then a lot of people in Ottawa and Ontario speak French. And anybody who works in the government has to speak French and English.
Okay.
So
I understand.
Yeah.
When I think about Canada, I usually think that it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's like really cold and really hot. Like I think it's like 90% of Canada's population lives right next to like the US border. Like I'm like a 10-hour drive to the US border.
Okay.
So we all live really close. It is cold. We get minus 30, minus 40. For like 2 weeks of the winter, we'll get minus 40, even minus 45 sometimes, like really, really cold.
Yeah.
And then we also get like really hot. We'll get like plus 30, plus 35.
So you said really cold and really hot.
Yeah.
How really hot? In summer it gets hot?
Yeah, like plus 30, like the same as here. But
Okay. Yeah, that's like that's temperature here.
Yeah.
So, Texas, Dallas is hot.
yes,
Yeah.
very hot. Forgive me because I do not know in Celsius, but we get up over 90 to 100 in Fahrenheit, which is something hot in Celsius, but it is toasty in the summer, and we don't get, I mean, in my lifetime when I've been home for winter, it snowed maybe 3 or 4 times total, and that's been a few more times recently than even when I was younger. It was maybe only once when I was like in elementary school that it snowed. So snow definitely shuts down everything in Texas because we're just not used to it.
You are, I don't know, should I ask this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's okay, go for it.
Are you in a relationships or like boyfriend or that?
Yeah,
question for all 3 of you.
Okay, I'm single.
Okay.
Duška, are you going?
Da, ja imam dečka.
Okay.
I have a boyfriend.
So
Yeah.
you're single, only you. Okay. So how does it work? Long distance?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I'm happy that I live in the age with like FaceTime.
Oh yes.
And our time difference ends up actually being okay. I'm 8 hours ahead of home.
Yeah.
So like when my family, my friends, my boyfriend, they wake up for work is kind of when I'm like around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I normally call my boyfriend when he's on his way to work, and then I'm done practice when he's done work. So he'll just call me on his way home and we'll have a quick chat. But he actually came and surprised me. He came with me when I came here in August. So he helped me get settled, and then he surprised me on Valentine's Day.
Really?
Yeah, which was super, super sweet.
He came here.
Yeah, he messaged Lara on our team and asked her when we were going to play the week of Nebel. He coordinated, he had a week off of work for his break, and he coordinated with Lara asking if it was like an okay time, what the schedule would be like, and he came and I woke up from a nap one day and Lara knocked on my door, and I was so mad because she woke me up from my nap, and then I opened the door and my boyfriend was there, and I like was in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. She took a video of it, which I don't even know where it is, but it was pretty funny. I was not expecting it, but it was crazy.
So your first reaction, like you were angry.
Yeah.
Why did she wake you up and then you see your boyfriend?
Yeah, I remember I had my sleep mask on and I was like in a daze because I was like, why? Like, she knows I'm asleep. Why is she waking me up?
Sorry to interrupt you. We are going up there.
Oh, okay.
Like a little bit of strip. I don't know. Can you see it on the mountain? A little bit of strip. So we are
I kind of see, I think, the road.
Yeah. A little bit of strip. It's a great view.
Okay, great.
I think I read somewhere that you like geography.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that will a great story. That's Žumberak Mountains.
Okay.
And it's got such a story, great story. But I don't have a confidence to talk on English about it.
Okay, we'll look it up after.
When we sit down.
Yes.
Ti, Duška, kak ti uspješ onda? Vezano na dugoročno.
Šta znam, otprilike isto kao i Sara, mislim. Mislim da je za to ključna neka komunikacija i međusobno razumijevanje, tako da se međusobno podržavamo u svemu, tako da mislim da je to jedan jako dobar put za sve što dolazi u budućnosti, tako da.
Actually, I couldn't resist. You are my first female guest because the podcast is really young. It's really young, and something that I am really curious about is the modern day man-women relationships dynamic. It's something I am married. I have 2 daughters, and sometimes it looks to me that the dynamic is changed a lot. So I don't. I really, that's something that I really am curious to talk about. Do you have any opinion, Kennedy, on that subject?
Yeah, I think that it's an interesting shift now that you can meet people through dating apps. I think people are a lot less incentivized to be as forward in person as a lot of people are meeting through the apps, and so it's easier to communicate online a little bit before you have to meet in person, and so that part it makes it feel like it's a little less organic than kind of the rom-coms you see where everybody's meeting at coffee shops, but it is, I feel like it's the same stuff as it was for my parents, just online versus in person.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about my daughters, and I would like them in the future when they're. I think life, if you have a good partner in life, that's a big blessing. Big blessing. If you understand each other, if you work together, that's something beautiful. And when I look in dynamics of relationships today, it's I don't know how to express myself. It makes me a little bit worried. I think that a lot of men are selling something that they don't have, and they're okay, maybe this is the wrong subject.
No, it's okay.
That's something that I'm so curious about, and I just couldn't resist you being my first female guest to talk about that.
Maybe like, what would you want an ideal partner for like your daughters when they grow up? Like, what is like?
Oh, that's a good
like
question.
A positive side of like, what do you think? And then maybe you can pinpoint maybe.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. I would like someone that tells the truth, no matter the price. That's the main thing. To be genuine, to be what you are. I think that in these times, these modern times, everybody wants to be perfect, and everybody wants to fit in a picture that is sold to us. The picture of a perfect woman, picture of perfect man, and they forgot that all of us are completely genuine and completely individual. So that's something that I worry about. The biggest fear is that they fall in love in a man that is fake. That's the biggest fear for me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fear for me. Kaj ti misliš, Duška?
Sad da odem na ovaj naš balkanski mentalitet.
Ajde, da.
Pa mislim da svi imamo neke prednosti i mane i slažem se s vama da biti iskren u svemu što se radi, tako da treba samo biti svoj u svemu i mislim da je to neki najbolji put.
Da, mislim da to super kažeš, da ono, baš kad gledam ono danas, to je mislim da smo svi distancirani, onako da se napravila baš velika distanca,
Pa
onako.
Mislim da su dosta i na to možda uticale trenutno sad neke te društvene mreže i taj neki online svijet, tako da to prije nije bilo tako, ali da, mislim.
Da, baš je drugačije, onako, to mi je baš neobično. Okay, back to volleyball.
It's okay.
I feel like my brain is burning because I try to speak English and I can't relax.
All good.
Yeah. So, what do you think now about? You are in club how many months? Not long.
This is the 4th month.
The 4th month. You came on the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
So my feeling is that the game went up, definitely. You are more in sync. So what do you think?
Do you want to start, Kenny?
Sure. I guess I'm coming with a fresher perspective of only being here for the half season.
Okay.
And so I definitely feels like these last 3 games that we've won, we've been clicking on all cylinders, and so that's definitely very nice of feeling it all come together. And having only been here for 4 months, I think it's pretty impressive to build that amount of team chemistry pretty fast. And obviously we want some results. We wish some results could have gone different ways earlier in the half season, but I do think that knowing that these games that we're playing right now are the most important games feels good that we're kind of clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, I agree. The team, I'm a fan, so I've been watching the club in the seasons before, and there's in this and the end of the last season and the beginning of this season, there's so much change. All 3 of you are new players that came to the club. I think that 6 players went away and on the end of the last season, and I completely agree. But you had said that it really took a lot of knowledge and the skill to put everything together and make it work. But the last game against Olympic, it looked really great. So it looked really great. Duška, ti isto, kaj kažeš, jel ti promjena bila velika? Kako je bilo u Finskoj? Da pričaj malo o Finskoj. I just asked Duška to talk a little bit about Finland. Tamo ona, mislim, ona je rekla -30 in Canada, -30 u Kanadi, a koliko je onda u Finskoj, kako je tamo izgledalo to?
Eto, to je, da kažem, bilo moje prvo iskustvo sa igranjem odbojke u inostranstvu. To je bio moj prvi inostrani angažman. Igrala sam prošle sezone u Ligi Prije u Biti Pudasu, tako da generalno što se tiče kluba, igračica, trenera, sve je bilo to super i svi su me stvarno ekstra prihvatili i sve je bilo ok. Međutim, bilo je prehladno.
Jel stvarno je ono baš prehladno?
Pa recimo u decembru najviša temperatura što sam ja doživjela tamo bila je -41.
-41?
Da, i to je bilo baš ono, ne znam, ne može se disat napolju.
Majke ti mile. -41.
Yeah, it's very rare we get that cold, like maybe like 1 or 2 days in the winter. But we get like, it's normally like -20 to -30 for like 2 weeks, then it'll warm up for a bit, and then it'll get really, really cold, but we only hit -40, maybe once or twice the whole winter.
Da. To je tako isto i u Finskoj gore. Možda jedan dan, 2 dana u ne znam koliko.
Pričala si mentalitet, si htjela reći.
Da, mentalitet je onako recimo dosta drugačiji nego ovdje kod nas na Balkanu. Kako da kažem, Finci su ljudi za sebe nekako. Previše su, kako da kažem, ne bih rekla hladni, ali to su jednostavno individualci.
Da.
Tako da...
Kako se to prezentira onako? Kako je njihov, jel to znači da ne dijele emocije? Ili kao onako, kad kažeš da su individualci, onak ne mogu si sve žele sami napraviti, ili?
Pa, otprilike tako nekako, nisu preemotivni ljudi, ne vole nešto puno druženja i tako to. Šta znam, nije bilo nekih sad previše društvenih ljudi gore, bili su super, nisu bili druželjubivi pretjerano, bili su super onako prema nama, baš onako, da kažem, friendly nastrojeni, ali sad da smo se nešto pretjerano družili, to oni baš vole da imaju vrijeme za sebe i da rade svoje stvari u svoje vrijeme i baš onako poštuju svoje vrijeme i prostor.
Ali imaju tamo recimo, evo kod nas pričali smo kave, to je tradicija kave, ispijenja kave kod nas, a gore?
Ne, vole da piju kavu.
Da. Vole pit kavu?
Vole pit kavu.
Dobro.
Ali kod kuće osvaja 4 zida.
Da, sami?
Da, na primjer to mjesto gdje sam ja živjela, to je baš onako malo mjesto. Inače u Finskoj gore uglavnom jako je popularan hokej na ledu i košarka je otprilike onako dosta popularan sport. I to se praktikuje u većim gradovima kao što je Helsinki, Tampere, šta znam, gore Skopje. Ali recimo ovako manje sredine imaju dobre odbojkaške klubove i svaki odbojkaški klub u Finskoj je uglavnom iz neke manje sredine i to je recimo jedini profesionalni klub u toj sredini i sve se ulaže u taj klub. Ima dosta sponzora i sve se radi da bude dobrobit za taj odbojkaški klub. Tako da, šta znam.
Da, ali oni imaju vjerojatno novca puno više nego mi.
Pa to da, dosta se više ulaže u sport.
Znam da su te skandinavske zemlje onako bogate, većina njih.
Da, dosta se više ulaže u sport i sve vezano za sport, prateći elementi, sve to nešto, sponzorstvo je dosta veće, tako da.
Da, to je bila si koliko, jednu sezonu?
Da, jednu sezonu sam bila gore.
Super. Kod tebe znaš šta mi je kod tebe zanimljiva stvar?
Šta?
Zanimljiva stvar, ti kad te gledam na tribini, znači ti na terenu kad se pojaviš, znači baš izgledaš moćno je.
Dobro.
Moćno. A tako si draga, u stvarnosti, čudo je, ne očekujem to. Znaš recimo mi smo se sreli smo u teretani, kad smo prvi put pričali, djeluješ brutalno moćno na terenu i tako da, i to ti kažem kao najveći komponent. Super je stvar što si tako draga, to je krasno. I just gave a compliment to Duška. I said that she look the biggest surprise for me was when I look at you on the field when you are playing. Duška has my impression of Duška is that she's so powerful. She is powerful. But when we start talking, she is so nice and so that's like surprising. The appearance is so powerful, and then she comes out and talks so, and that's blessing. That's so much a blessing. That's really great. That's really great.
I agree.
Yeah. You have. You are not tall as these two, but you are so explosive. You have a high jump, and a strong hand. So respect.
Oh, thank you.
Don't get me wrong. Both three of you play exceptionally. Respect to all three of you. But your jump that's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. That was the thing that kept me in the sport, honestly, is whenever I was younger, I was very bad, like hand-eye coordination. I wasn't very good at volleyball, part of volleyball.
Really?
Yeah. Whenever I first started, we had 4 teams. So like there was a top A team, and then there was a second A team, a B team, and then a second B team. And I was on the second B team when I started.
Really?
Yes.
How old were you?
I was 13. I was in 7th grade. So yeah, I was quite bad when I first started out. But I did love the sport. Like I really enjoyed it. And then I figured out that I jumped pretty high, and so that part helped me stick it out of being like, okay, I can use the jumping to my advantage, and so stayed with it for several more years, and now here I am.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's so glad that you stick it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes my daughter, she jokes around. Yeah, both of them are a big fan of volleyball, but the younger maybe a little bit better. Do you see that on camera? The house on the hill?
Yeah.
We are going there.
Okay, nice.
Okay, we are going there.
I'm happy we're going to get to see, whenever we go to Zagreb, we see all the mountains on the side, so it's cool to be able to actually go.
Yeah, that's Japetic. Yeah, Japetic, yeah. Sorry that I... so my daughter sometimes... I don't know how to say it. She jokes around that I'm the fault because she's not bigger.
Oh yeah.
but she is still growing.
My parents are short, so well, they're not short, but my parents is I don't know in centimeters. I think my mom is like, I don't know in centimeters. My mom's quite shorter than me, and my dad is also quite shorter than me. But then me and all my siblings are very tall.
5 feet, 6 feet?
My mom's like 5'6".
Okay.
And my dad's like 5'7", or no, 5'8", 5'9".
5'8". Yeah, okay. That's like on maybe average or not? Oh, not tall.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, just because me and all my siblings are 6 feet.
Normal.
We're all 186-ish.
Oh.
So.
Do you hear Kiara? That's normal. Height.
Yeah.
Kiara is my daughter.
She'll grow. It's not over yet. How old is she?
She's 13.
Oh, I didn't get tall till I was like 15, 16.
Really?
So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So there's hope for
There's
her.
lots of hope, lots of time.
Ella, your teammate, Ella, she's not tall.
No, but she's so good.
Yeah. I admire her so much.
Yeah, she's just so skilled, and I say to her at practice all the time, her arm is like a whip. Like she just, it's so fast. It's fun to watch volleyball because some players are like Ella, where they're like very technical, very like fast arm, and then there's players like Duška where they're like a bit more just like powerful. Like it's fun to see how different people succeed.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with the players like Ella, they don't have the height, but I don't know how to describe it. She goes in every hit with no respect. She just does it.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe you you know how to recognize that better. But I definitely fell in love in volleyball, and it's so much. There's so much tactics that people don't recognize. So that's great. Can you live from volleyball?
Well, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. I expect.
There's some girls like I don't know, Kenny. You could probably talk about the league that started in the States, but
yeah, there are a few in the States where they are bringing in a pretty big paychecks, but it's kind of rare, and those are, I mean, all Olympians on all of those teams, and so
yeah. Well, that's the reality, I think, of sport. But the volleyball, a lot of people don't know that the volleyball has the most players in the world, or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't know that.
No.
Yeah, the volleyball, the most, how do you say, najraširenija, how do you say that?
Like
the most,
athletes?
The most players in the world, when you take every sport. And the more, I think that I'm right. I'm pretty sure that I am right. That the volleyball is the most represented on the whole world. But okay, maybe we will look that up. But okay, what is the biggest difference from Canada, from USA, our mentality, of Croatians, of Balkan people, Slavic people? Would you talk about that?
You want to start? Okay. I will say I knew that Croatia was very friendly and safe. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to come here.
Yeah.
Super safe, super friendly. We were talking about the other day when we were walking home from like late night dinner. We were just like, we feel so safe walking around in Karlovac. Like that's really nice.
Yeah.
One of the biggest shocks on the volleyball court is the passion that comes from sometimes the coaches and the refs.
Really?
Like we don't yell at like we yell at the refs like sometimes at home, but it has to get like really bad for like, but here it is like one bad call and everyone is like ready to fight. I swear. It was our first game. It was our win against Nebo in the first half.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I did not know what to do because everyone was yelling at each other and screaming. There was a point that the linesman made the wrong call, and I think our libero Yelena was gonna bite her head off because she was up in her face yelling. Like if you did that at home, you would get a card and get kicked out of the game so fast.
Yeah.
Like that is definitely on the volleyball court. Balkan, I don't know if it's maybe Europe, but the Balkan
no, it's not Europe. No, it's not Europe. It's Slavic people.
Very passionate. They are. I've never seen it. Even like Gogo sometimes during the game is like yelling at the ref from across there, yelling at the lines, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just like our game against Berta was also crazy. There was some inappropriate words exchanged throughout the net and like yelling at each other, and I had no idea what was going on. So it's pretty funny sometimes to just like let it happen. I don't know what anyone's saying. So
Duška knows the Balkan people. We have art of cursing.
Yeah,
that's if you try to translate our curses, that would sound you cannot translate that. You cannot translate that. Okay, people, now the road is getting so much bumpy, so evo ljudi, ko god ide na Japetić ovuda, znači samo nastavi ravno, ima još jedno skretanje desno, samo jedno skretanje desno i doći će na vrh Japetića ko je gledao to. Okay, so we are going to sign off now and go to the top.
Okay.
People, see you later.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Bye.
Pod HAUBOM.